Now, can things even out in the next, say, what's your view of this shortage? 6 months, 1 year? What are you thinking?
So, I think the broader auto industry shortage is a really big question that ultimately starts with the supply chains of the OEMs. So that's a hard one to answer. I think for us in particular, we've been constrained to various degrees across our entire life. We're now an 8.5-year-old company. We've been growing really fast since day one. Throughout the pandemic, we've had inventory shortages. Those are mostly the result of just so much demand showing up on our website, us trying to satisfy that demand, taking those cars to reconditioning centers, putting about $1,000 of parts and labor into each one to certify them, and just scaling that process up has mostly been what held us back. And then in the third quarter, we just saw that flow over to the rest of the business as well because there was so much discontinuous growth. So I think for us, it's just about continuing to march forward. It's about the team continuing to scale up. It's about continuing to make the investments that we've made in technology across time to continue to make customer experiences better. And if we do that, I think we'll continue to be in great shape.
All right, so you are still doing that. When I first met you, it was $1,000. The labor hasn't gone up, so it's $1,500 or $2,000. You've been able to keep that labor cost down?
Yes, I mean, and $1,000 is obviously a round number. Those things can move around quarter to quarter. In this last quarter, it was a little bit higher as a result of COVID, making us a little bit less efficient as the Delta wave flowed through. But in general, those inspection centers are really big, impressive, interesting assembly line facilities. They can be 100 acres. They can have several 100,000 square feet of buildings. There's thousands of cars going through them. They go through an inspection process, and then they get whatever they need to get fixed. They get photographed. They get put up on the website. And so that process and the consistency of that process allows us to manage costs really effectively, which ultimately then benefits customers.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @JimCramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Kramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.